Thanks so much for joining me again on another live. I'm Pam Durkin. I'm actually your closing coach for your interior design business. So if you're looking for clients and looking at how to engage potential clients and then ultimately looking how to close them, I'm your girl. So I'm the closing coach for interior designers. And one of the things I want to just mention briefly while people are joining, hey, Naples Flooring, good to see you. Wine Girl Wendy, Art with Santa. Hi. Hey, everybody. Thanks for hopping on real quick with me. So one of the things I just thought of as I was getting ready to go live today is that one of the things that I have learned in my business, in helping other people and in growing as a designer, a practicing designer, and as a coach is that I have learned to let stuff fly a lot faster. So in terms of like deciding what to talk about on the live today and whether or not I was going to go live today, I literally made this decision like 45 minutes ago and I wrote a couple notes and then just I'm going to be talking to you about a couple of things that are going on behind the scenes. But I want to just briefly mention that we get so stuck in making everything absolutely 100% A plus plus perfect that it takes us 10 times as long to, test something, to try something new with a client, to maybe add a little part to our process or to our, if we do proposals to clients or whatever, we just kind of get stuck in well, is this going to be perfect? I don't have all the things to talk about. I don't know all the details instead of just kind of letting some stuff fly. So that's just one big piece of advice I wanted to give to you is that if we can move things faster and not get stuck in perfectionism, you're going to get a lot more information, a lot more, you're going to gather a lot more data and be able to pivot a little bit easier in your business. So that's just one thing I wanted to bring up to you. So thanks so much for joining me today. One of the things I'm going to be talking about is all the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. I don't really talk about this because I, like everybody else, am kind of caught up in my own stuff, and I am busy doing so many things. So today, I'm going to actually just be talking about what's been going on in the last couple weeks in my business, and this is going to relate to you how. Well, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about how I get coaching in my own business and some aha moments that I found out about myself. 30 years in, I'm still learning. And so I want to impart that information to you. I want to talk to you a little bit about some things that are coming up that I think might be of interest and actually just kind of asking you guys what you're needing. So I'm going to plant that seed real quick right now. So if there's something that you're struggling with right now in your own business, whether it's getting clients, maybe it's closing clients, maybe it's how to market, maybe it's about how to run the back end of your business, of your design business. I would like you to actually comment to me what's going on and what's kind of top of mind for you right now. Because I would love to hear that because I'm actually creating a new program that I'm pretty jazzed about. I'm going to be talking about briefly, but it's not fully developed yet. And I'm going to, basically develop that on the needs that you're having and that that's going on in your business right now. So I would love to hear about that. So I just want to go into a couple things that have started this week or that have closed this week. So I've closed my 3-month coaching program. You may have heard me talk about this. That's why I'm doing a lot of the lives about my 3-month coaching program. I have closed the doors to that. That group is full. So I'm not sure I'm going to offer that again because I'm also looking to create something a little bit more in depth and a little bit more done for you. So again, all this would be great feedback from you guys. So that's happened this week. I'm actually starting a new group of purchasing made easy, coaching as well. So I'm helping some designers with how to start incorporating purchasing in their business. They have not done any wholesale purchasing. They're really doing retail. And now they're at that point where they want to start making a lot more money. And it's just a whole nother world. When you do wholesale purchasing, turns out to be a whole nother ball of wax. So just having that experience of somebody that's been doing it forever, we're going to be going through that whole process of how they can do that. So that starts this week. So I'm pretty excited about that. The other thing that happened in the last week is that I was in a mastermind coaching group that met in Maryland. And I did allude to that in my last episode where I said, hey, I'm in Maryland and I'm in this mastermind group. I was going to try to steal away and give you guys some nuggets as I was in that group. But to be honest with you, there was so much going on at the time that I didn't feel like it was the time to steal away. But now I'm going to just give you some interesting insights that I learned about me, which I think is actually pretty universal. And something interesting I think you guys are going to be surprised at, which is what was happening overall in that room. So let me just do a quick little backup here. So a mastermind group it's a high level coaching group where you're talking about, high level issues that are going on in your business. It could be, we talk about where to find clients and all that stuff, but it's more like you're getting the collective brainstorm of a lot of different business owners as to what they see is going on in your business. And this is what happens to many of us who are or own a business is that we have no one else to talk to. Like we can't talk to the people that work for us and tell them our tale of woe because that's not really the way to do it, right? And we need that outside perspective. And a lot of times we have no one else to talk to but other business owners. So this is a way for us to get out of the office, away from, somebody walking in and asking a question or away from our email and really be concentrating and focused for it's only a few days, um, basically on our business and what that issue is that's going on right now. So in that room was about uh, 10 to 12 business owners from all different walks of life. So the businesses ranged from, let's just say, a little under $1 million a year to, I think the highest was around 10, 12. No, actually it's $20 million a year. So there's the range of business owners that you're seeing in this room. And the interesting thing that I noticed as everybody, each person got an hour to sit in front of the group and say, this is my issue that I'm dealing with right now. And universally, from 1 million to 20 million, universally, basically, it was how do I get clients and how do I grow my business? That was the universal overall theme for every person in that room, no matter the size of their business. So that was a big aha moment. So when you think, you know, I'm the only one that's struggling with this, maybe I'm not good at what I do. Look at those other people over there. Look how great they're doing. We're all in it, man. We are all in the thick of how do I get more clients? How do I get better clients? How do I grow my business? If this is resonating with you, put some hearts in the comments there because I think that this is sort of the $1 million, diamond that everyone's trying to unearth is how do I get better clients? How do I get more clients? So you are not alone. This is what's going on. And these people are all, throughout the whole country. So they were coming from all different places. So that was the universal theme. The other big takeaway that I had when I did my own hot seat was that I am in my own way. So I don't know if any of you ever feel this way, that what's going on in your head is really holding you back because you think that maybe you're not doing it the right way, or you don't have the skills, or you don't have enough experience, or maybe you haven't gotten the big projects that you want. It's all in your head. Yep. We're all in our own way. So you have to recognize that sometimes, we are holding ourselves back because we're having that internal conversation that's saying, you can't do this. You're not good enough. You don't have enough experience. So that was a big takeaway. And they kind of definitely hit the point home with me in terms of things that I was not seeing. and I was kind of getting in my own way. So I just want you to know that you're feeling these things. If this step is what's going on with you, we're all we're all in it, honey. Like it is all it's the messy middle forever. I'm sorry to say that, but you will figure something out in your business and go to that next level. And then you will be starting again and figuring out what that level is and what the rules of the game at that level is and how do you build on that. Now, does it get a little bit easier? Yes, because you have a lot of experience and more things as you try different things. And it's not years of experience necessarily, but trying different things, gathering information, paying attention to what you're learning so that you can make it better each and every time that you do it. So that's the other thing is incremental gains make a huge difference. All those little steps, there's how many steps in a mile? 5,280 steps in a mile. Well, you don't go to a mile. You don't get those 5,280 steps at once. Like you have to do it one at a time. So those incremental changes start to add up. So that was one thing that I think you should all be aware of, and it's happening universally. It happens in every business at every income level. So you are not alone. So just want to let you guys know that. I want to be talking briefly about a new program. I think I mentioned this earlier, a new program that I have coming up called the Luxury Clients Academy. And I'm literally in the process of putting this together. And I would love to get some feedback from you guys on some things that you're looking for in your own business. Again, are you looking to, you know, find clients? Are you looking to figure out who your ideal client is? Are you looking to increase your profitability on each and every job that you do? Are you looking for some help on how to do the whole back end thing, like the finances and the processes? Like, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on that because that's going to help me kind of craft the modules for this. I'm really excited about this program because it's going to be a longer container than what I've offered in the past. So we're looking at maybe almost a year or 9 months. So that's the one thing that we're looking at. And I would love to get your feedback on that. If 9 months seems like a lifetime or if 9 months seems like the perfect time because these little, you know, sprints of mini courses just don't give you enough hand holding. The other thing that I'm looking to do in this academy is to do and offer a lot more done for you. So there'll be some teaching on how to do that, but then offering that additional feature that if you want me to do that for you, I can get that done. So I know a lot of times that the idea of wanting to do something and getting something done is huge gap. And we just can never get to it. Like it's always on the to-do list, but it just never actually gets done. So any feedback you have for me on that would be amazing. And the third thing I want to let you guys know about is in part of this academy is I'm looking to do this in-person event component. And actually next week, I am doing a pilot of that here in Naples. I have several designers flying into Naples, and we're going to be getting together for 2.5 days. And we're going to be doing so many things. So there's so many components to this. I'm really excited about it. There is, of course, a business, like what's going on in your business, masterminding components, kind of dealing with what the issues are now and then what to do over the next, small sprint that we're going to be talking about. Hey, Deborah, good to see you, girl. But the other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating some inspiration. Like we're going to be getting jazzed about what our business could look like, where it could go from here, being inspired by what's going on. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of what the things that we're doing. We're actually going to be getting on a private boat and we're going to be getting a tour of basically Naples Bay. And our tour guide is going to take us around all the multi-million-dollar homes that are here. Generally, the waterfront homes in Naples are about, let's just say, 15 million, upwards of 50 million. So there's some incredible homes here. So we're going to be touring that. And they're going to be telling us a little bit about each of the people that own some of the significant homes here. There's a lot of business owners here that you've probably heard of, and families and things like that, like the Campbell Soup family and things like that. So we're going to be hearing all about that and kind of getting inspired about what we could do in our interior design business. The other thing that we're going to be doing is seeing sunset. So sunset cruise, looking at multi-million dollar homes and just getting inspired and getting out and seeing each other and just hanging out. It's going to be really, really great. The other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting together and I'm going to be helping them create new headshots. I have a photographer coming in. We're going to be going to one of my local showrooms here and we're going to be getting lifestyle shots. So everyone's going to get a new set of 5 headshots in different settings because the showroom I'm taking them to has um, contemporary furniture, traditional furniture, transitional furniture, and a fabric showroom. So we're going to be able to have different settings where people can get their headshots done and then they can walk away with 5 new headshots, which I think is pretty cool. And we can do that all in a very short period of time when we'll be together. And then the other thing we're going to be doing is creating content. I'm actually going to be interviewing each of the designers. I have a list of questions I'm going to be talking to them about, and we're going to be creating content. We're going to be creating a year's worth of content for them in terms of blog posts and social media posts. And the questions that I'm going to be asking, which we have already kind of gone over in another meeting, was so interesting because I don't know if you guys like Google 5 different designers in your area, across the country, whatever, go to 5 different websites. And I will tell you that 98% of the time, the words are all the same. We create a home that reflects your personal style with functionality or something like that. Like that, those are the kind of the main things. The problem with that, you guys, is that it makes you look like everybody else in the world, and then clients don't know why you're different. So we've geared these 10 questions to really pull out and very easily pull out why you're different. So instead of me asking a designer why you're different, because most of us won't know to answer that question. And anyway, we're like, I don't know. Ask questions like, what inspired you to get into design? What's your favorite project to do and why? And through all of these great questions, these nuggets are going to emerge, which is really going to help dial in why these designers are different. So we're going to be doing that, and which is really exciting. And then we're going to finish our last day doing mastermind, where we're going to be doing hot seats, just like what I did in my Maryland group. We're going to be talking about particular issues that are kind of going on right now and getting the collective group wisdom. I think in this group, I mean, well over 100 years experience in design and millions of dollars of sales in design. So there's a lot of experience in that room to help people work through their problems. So that's kind of what's been going on in my world. So if you feel like you're the only one wearing 19,000 hats, no, I think we should make t-shirts. We think we should all raise our hands because we are all doing multiple things in our business. And I'm also too running a design business. Thank God I have a bookkeeper, but I'm still working in QuickBooks. You know, I'm doing things too. Like there's a million different things. So I totally see you and I know what's going on. So, but this in-person event that I'm doing is sort of a test case because I want to include this in the academy group. So again, I would love some feedback from you guys. If this sounds interesting, would this be cool? Would you like to be involved in something like this? Please tell me what you need in your business because I'm here to serve you and help you move everything along and get you the support that you need in your interior design business. So if you want to kind of stay up to date with all the things that are going on and the development of the academy that I'm doing as well, go ahead and just, in the chat, or you can DM me your email address. I'll make sure that you're on my email list so that I can keep you in the loop on what's going on with all of that. And I would love to get any feedback from you that you have on what you're dealing with right now. Is it slow where you are? Is business, tapering off, or is it everything fine? I heard from a designer today. She told me she's booked through the end of the year. And then after that, it tapers off. And an interesting thing that she said to me was, I'll start um, looking at figuring out my next set of clients at the end of the year or the next quarter one, because I'm booked through the end of the year. And I'm thinking, no, you got to start planting the seeds now, because seeds can take 3 months to plant. So that's the other thing I think that most of us don't realize is we need to start planning for the next project much farther in advance than we're thinking we do. Not now when I need clients now, but 3 months from now when I need clients 3 months from now. So these are the things that we're going to be continuing to talk about. Again, if you have any suggestions on topics that you want me to cover, because I'm probably going to get more in depth in my podcast with some of these things that are going on and the creation of the academy and what I'm thinking and what you guys need. So would love to hear that. And thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys taking some time and hanging out with me. Again, would love some feedback from you, but I hope you enjoy the rest of the week, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody.